Tip number 3 is going to be focused on locking my stop loss and taking profits. None of these trades that people show on social media are winners until the trade is actually closed. You could be up 20,000%, but if you don't close the trade, it's not actually going to be profiting your account. So here we're looking at an example of a recent trade that I took on Euro AUD. This was a trade, as I'm going to show you it develop here, candle by candle, through the replay mode. As it moved lower here with this bar, this is when I started to lock my stop loss just in case it wanted to turn around. This divergence that we have present on the bottom here as this RSI is rising and price is falling, that was the signal that we might see this not come lower. But there was still the potential for it to fall. That's why I took the short position. It would still fit an entry signal. So I was short, but aware that it could go the other way. So my stop loss was locked in profit like this. In case the trade was to come higher, I wanted to get out and make sure I didn't get stuck in a losing trade. And what happens? It comes up and takes off and never comes back the rest of the day and continues higher overnight, and actually would have been a loss if I had not locked my stop loss. So this is a great example of why locking the stop is always going to be the right decision. Now, sometimes you're going to lock the stop and it's going to tap you out and it might continue in the direction that you thought it was going to move. You're going to have to be okay with that. If a re-entry signal doesn't present, you can't jump back in just because it's moving that way. You got to just take your entry signal, follow your exit rules, and do it every time it presents. You can't just jump in off emotion. And part of these exit rules I want to show you, this is my exit management sheet. So for my best setups, I'm closing 50% of the trade at 2R, and that's when I look to move the stop loss. These are my best A setups. That's why I wait until I'm at 2R to move my stop loss. Compare that to my C setups. At 1R, I take 50% of the trade off in profit and I lock my stop loss there because some of these C setups, just like this one here, don't always continue in the direction you thought it would. So you got to just get out and go find a better trade. So here's the example of that. And that's why I always think you got to lock your stop loss. Now, it's, again, depending on the grade that you give the trade, when you should lock that, it's different. But always lock the stop loss and take profits.